asked Jordan the same question, but now with JJ gone, is it weird now that you're kind of stepping into more of a leadership role now, and now you see yourself you're one of the only, returners on this roster from last season? Does it feel any different?
It definitely feels a bit different. It's something that I wanted. Of course, it feels weird not having JJ around, but it's also a good opportunity to just, put that pressure on myself. So, yeah, it's weird, but in the same time, it's a great opportunity.
How do you prepare for that opportunity? Was this off-season any different?
Yeah, I really honed in on mistakes that I continuously make, and like why. A lot of times I always keep repeating that the game is fast in my head when I'm messing up. So just focusing on, looking at different situations and what I would do, what I actually did, and what I should have did, So just trying to really hone in on my game and fix those mistakes.
How difficult is it to rewatch mistakes, right?
It's rough.
It's frustrating,
yeah.
I'm sure, right? Yeah.
Because then you're looking like, why would I do that? That didn't even make any sense, but it's a rough watch, but it needs to be done, so.
Hit the screen or something.
Right. Sometimes I have to, close it a little bit and then keep going, but, yeah, it's rough, but I got to do it.
Ask Jordan about the way her game might change a little bit in setting you up or getting the ball in the spots that you like versus with JJ alongside. Are you changing the way that you do anything? Is there a certain aspect of, hey, I want to get to the rim better, I want to work on my pull-up, those kind of things for this year?
Yeah, for sure. Me and Kellogg talk a lot about rim first. And a lot of the times I'm like, well, I know I could shoot, so why wouldn't I shoot it first? So a lot of the times when I get the ball, I'm looking to shoot it. But by the time I can't shoot it, my rim opportunity is gone. So just thinking rim first and attacking, and it opened my shot up a lot more. So that and being a facilitator more, getting those assists up, helping out Jordan in that aspect as well.
Obviously, you're here last year. You started building a relationship with Coach Kellogg, being with him this year. A lot of programs can lose a player like a JJ, and sometimes those programs are never, heard from again. They're not very good, especially the year after. All things are kind of pointing towards this team being a good team, and I'm kind of wondering, what is it about Mark that, that he loses a player like JJ, but the program is still able to succeed?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's just the type of guy he is. It's not a front. Everything he says is plain and dry. He doesn't change who he is for anybody. So I think that's somebody that a lot of people want to play for. On my visit, I was convinced, and he's still the same person he was on my visit. So I think it's just having good people in the coaching staff that keeps bringing great players in.
Does that surprise you at all that you guys have, really high potential a year later?
Of course we were all a little bit nervous because we lost so many people, but, we had faith that they would bring in the right people, and they did, so.
With you being a transfer and so many transfers coming in, how have you kind of helped these new players come into the system with you being a year in now and understanding it a lot better?
Just letting them know that it's okay when they make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. It's the summertime, so just being patient and showing them, what we're supposed to do. And I think they're all eager to learn, so it's pretty easy, keeping everybody on the right track.
Get the sense from talking to Coach and Jordan that you have a lot of untapped potential. Do you feel that way about yourself, that you haven't maybe shown the full version of what you're capable of yet?
Yeah, I do. I feel the exact same way.
Why do you feel that way? What makes you feel that way?
I think I spent a lot of my career second-guessing myself and deferring the ball to, someone that, could probably do more with it instead of, putting faith in myself that I can do the same exact thing, if not better. So I think they've kind of forced me to, go to the rim. You're quick enough. A lot of the time, I thought I wasn't fast enough to guard. I wasn't fast enough to go to the rim, So I settled for a shooter, and then thankfully I became really good at it. But, they're hey, no, you're a lot more than that, so.
Talk a little bit about the idea of being on a team with JJ, Jordan, so quick. You pass you the ball and you look and they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
And playing at the speed that you had to play all last year, which was the first for you, I guess.
Right.
And then the season ends. How do you slow down? Do you find yourself swimming laps back and forth in the pool? Or?
I think playing with them for a full year definitely made me realize I could keep up. you know, playing at that speed, eventually you pick up on it. You know, I won't catch them, but I'm right there, you know. There's a lot of times, you know, JJ or Jordan get a steal, and they're gone. You know, you got it, you're alone, you know. Just make it, you're good. But, I mean, trying to keep up pace, not exactly slowing down just because one of them is gone. You know, just trying to stay up where I was.
Is it almost harder defensively than offensively?
Harder to guard?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Harder to play at that pace. You can play it on offense when it's going, but to turn around, you don't slow down. You keep going on defense.
Yeah, there's definitely a chunk missing. You know, we had 2 very strong defenders up top. One of them's gone, so it's like we did lose a little bit of speed, but trying to build that up throughout the summer. So.
How long did it take for you have that tough loss in Chapel Hill, and it just seems like nothing was going in the basket for really anybody?
Yeah.
How long did it take? You know, was it the next day that you were in the gym, or did you take time and reassess to come back and now know that, you know, that it's a brand new season?
I definitely took time. I think I took that moment really hard, you know, but it wasn't anybody's really fault. You know, as a team, we did not play like us, but it was rough. I definitely took time to myself to think about what I needed to do better. So, yeah, definitely took.
Sydney, you mentioned your visit. How did Mark convince you to come here when he's a defense-first coach? And you said last week you haven't always loved playing defense.
That's a great question. I'm not even gonna lie. What really intrigued me was he had a plan for me. He had what I was good at, what I needed to work on, and where he was gonna get me, and he kept all his promises. So I think that, first of all, seeing that on your visit you didn't even commit yet, and he has who you are as a player written out in front of him shows that he wants you. You know, so I wanted to go where I was really wanted.
Does that go into the thing you talked about earlier where you don't even sort of understand your own skills? Like, did Mark see, like, oh, this is a good defender, and when you didn't, maybe?
Yeah. Even in the post-season meetings, we had to go through our strengths, what we could do better, and we did it ourselves. And then they would tell you, like, no, well, that's off. You know, and my defensive self-ratings were all pretty low. And then he showed me that I was a better defender than I thought. You know, he had clips, he had statistics, and I was like, oh, okay, like I never even thought that. So I think like changing my mindset a little bit is what helped me really be a better defender.
Year 1 to year 2, Jordan Thomas, it seems like she's taken a major step forward.
Right.
What are you seeing with her?
I see the same thing. I think that she's more comfortable, you know, I think she had a big role as a freshman, and that helped her, you know, get her feet wet. So I'm excited to see what she does this year.
Thanks, Ed.
Of course, thank y'all.
Thank you.